that men and women can be friends. But I think that if you're attracted to someone that you're friends with, the dynamic will be different. It's just human nature. You act differently around people you are attracted to. So I think that if you wanted a close platonic relationship with the opposite sex, it would have to be someone you're not attracted to.
I would say no. Only reason being is because if you're attracted to that person, that means you get what I mean? And if you're attracted to that person, that means you feel a deeper connection with them. So why, stay friends when you're only going to be hurt at the end of the day? If you want to try it, but don't press your luck. If you don't want the outcome, y'all have a good day.
The answer is it depends on the man and it depends on the woman. It depends on their personalities. It depends on their morals. It depends on their other relationship statuses. I feel like you can be friends with whoever you want to be friends with, but I also feel that if you're both mutually attracted to one another, it could be playing with fire if you are trying to be friends with one another. However, if you have self-control, I don't think that would be a problem. A lot of times you find somebody attractive physically, but mentally and emotionally you find them extremely unattractive. So that can kind of jade your opinion. But I feel like as long as you have self-control, self-respect, and you respect your friendship, then it shouldn't be a problem.
I think the answer to that in this day and time in society is most likely no. They can't just be just friends if they're attracted to each other. Depending on where they are spiritually is important too, but I don't think that's, nah.
No, a man and woman cannot be friends if they're attracted to each other. Usually when a man approaches, it's because he's attracted, not because he wants to call her to be friends.
Can a man and woman be friends without romance? If it's platonic, I think so. As long as there's boundaries set, they can.
Welcome to NAMASTE, where you must live and learn so you do not get burned. Okay. We're going to just dive right in. Can men and women be friends? Or can men and men be friends? Can women and women be friends? I don't think it comes down to sexual orientation, but before I get to my opinion, I want to thank my family who participated. Yes, everyone you saw was in my family. Shout out to my family. Thank you so much for taking the time out to give me your feedback and support me in this video. I want to first dive into Reddit. I know everyone out there is familiar with Reddit, so I'm going to first read 4 comments on the topic. The first comment says, I wish friendships between men and women were possible. Interesting. The next one said, if this wasn't true, then bisexuals would have no friends at all. Another interesting comment. Women don't treat their male friends the same way they treat their female friends. I gotta stop right there. I have to agree with that. I think some of it has to do with just the energy between the opposite sex. But I'm gonna go to the next one. But I do agree with that. We do treat our male friends different than we treat our female friends. Period. The last comment I got was, if you're lucky enough to have a genuine platonic friendship with a guy, it's great, but most of them have ulterior motives. Another good one. Think about it. Think about the people you're friends with right now. Let's jump into what research suggests. This is what research suggests. It is very possible that men are much more attracted to women in friendships. Men assume that the romantic attraction is mutual. Men are more likely to make the first move, which of course messes up the friendship, right? Just makes it awkward. And I have to piggyback off of that really quickly because I can vouch for that. I was friends with a guy for about 1.5 years, and he started flirting with me, and it made it awkward. And I think going in, when you become friends with someone, you don't just flat out be like, hey, we gonna keep this just strictly friends. Nobody does that. You kind of go with the flow of the friendship until somebody makes a move, or nobody makes a move, and it's just a friendship, right? So I think that's interesting. But first, let's go ahead and dive into what I feel personally about people who are attracted to one another. I'm gonna say communication and boundaries are the most crucial pieces to ensuring that a friendship stays a friendship. Like I was saying earlier, you don't just go into a friendship with somebody and be like, okay, listen, we're not about to do nothing but be friends. You don't do that. So for me, if you are a little attracted to them, I think that you should have that conversation early in the relationship, just so that it won't be awkward and the expectations are there and the boundaries are there. That way there can be no misunderstanding or miscommunication. And you have to have an open mind, right? So many people out there are closed-minded, and when you're closed-minded, you're very limited in your thinking. I did have a few people, like the men said that it's not possible. My cousin and my brother said it's not possible. And then my sister, of course, she said something similar to what I said. You just have to have that understanding early on so that it's not weird and different things don't come up. So I would love to get your feedback and comments and your subscription. So please subscribe. You're almost done with me. Be on the lookout for my True Transformation book. It is the 3rd book in my True Trilogy collection. If you don't have the first one or the second one, cop it. They are available on Amazon right now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. I hope I gave you some better insight. Communicate. You can be friends with whoever you want to be friends with. Just communicate. I'll see you next time. Namaste. I hope you had a fierce day. Ciao.